Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. So in this video, it's very important. I'm going to actually share with you what my Trump token exit strategy is, right? So it's very important. Stay behind for that. And I want to actually talk about more than the election itself, what the historical record of Bitcoin is when it comes to elections. Now, the question that I ask is, are we paying way too much attention to who's going to win, rather than looking at the cold hard facts of the data? And I think there's a lot of channels right now just going way into this. And a lot of these channels are not even American. They don't even get to vote. So they've got no right in telling people which way to do their thing. But I do understand that we in crypto are incredibly in a massive bubble. So more often than not, we like to do what's best for us. And I think a Trump victory, no one denies, will send our markets to the moon. Now, we're not taking sides, but when I talk about the fact that people play way too much importance into this, to the point where it really does affect their mental well-being on something that they either don't vote in or don't actually have any control over. The only control you have is over your emotions and long-term investment. Now, for most of my viewers and community, we're long-term investors, and means what that means is we go into the macro cycle and we invest. So let me share this graphic with you. I posted this in the Discord a few days ago. So 2016, Trump wins, beats Hillary, Bitcoin goes to the right. 2020, Trump loses, there's a legal battle, crowd trouble. You know, there's literally major issues there post-election. But guess what? Bitcoin then did a double top here. So we had a decent bull run. And of course, right now you're looking at 2024, and I don't expect anything different. So Trump versus Harris, regardless of who wins, we may see based on these two previous elections. All right. Now, when I posted this in the community, I basically said that Bitcoin's a young asset and the record of the performance is very small in terms of the sample data. You don't go back like the S&P, or you really can't track the performance, but this is what we need to go by in the last two cycles. Now, key points. Crypto trends tends to boom after election, and this is facts. So for example, 2016, $1,000 bet on Bitcoin after the election would turn into 10K a year later. Now, presidents, although they don't directly control the prices of Bitcoin, but their picks for agencies can make the buying or the process of the sentiment even way more better. And in this case, if obviously Trump wins, he's a pro-crypto candidate. Perspective is very important. Now, because we've only got two presidential records to go by, and this is the third one for Bitcoin, we need to see what happened before, during, and after the election. And you'll be surprised here, guys. Months leading up to the election, Bitcoin was already in a bull market phase. Would you agree? Yes, we've been in a bull market stage. This began roughly July 2016, of course, as the interest of crypto was growing in general anyway. That summer was nuts. And then, of course, during the election, on November the 8th, 2016, the day of the election, Bitcoin was trading for around $700. Post-election, so Trump won unexpectedly. Bitcoin initially dipped, but then started to go on a significant upward trend. And by the end of November, it was trading for around $800. However, at the end of that cycle, in the cycle top, it peaked nearly at 20K. December, a year later, we are macro investors. And then 2020 election, pre-election, Bitcoin was, had a significant run up before the election. Facts, that's what we did. And then, of course, by 2020, it already surpassed 10,000, and it was already on an upward trend. However, during the election on November 3rd, Bitcoin was trading for around $13,000. Now, post-election, all you need to know was by the end of 2020, Bitcoin was trading for around $29,000. Okay. This is where people actually get caught up, because there's a lot of traders on YouTube and they talk about these emotions like as if they control and live in every moment of it. And I think that's what gets people down. You just have to do nothing, guys. If you don't have money to buy the dips and the volatility, you've got nothing to worry about. Just sit on your bags. Don't sell anything. Don't de-risk. Why? Because even if Bitcoin goes down, we've already survived $49,000 unless you're a skillful trader. Okay. So look at this, guys. If we continue this and volatility, that's expected because this is the biggest election globally, you could say, by media coverage. And you've got, of course, 80 to 100 million people voting. So it's huge. Market sentiment, uncertainty means that money leaves altcoins and normally goes into Bitcoins or other safer assets. But what I can see from the data that I've actually looked at is Bitcoin is always forming a larger macro base trend. Okay. So with that being said, the expectation is there are three outcomes. If you look at Bitcoin kind of doing a double top and then we crash out, that's not going to happen because the data doesn't suggest that. However, my expectation is, so if we go optimistic, we could actually potentially see a 275,000 to 300K Bitcoin, which is very aggressive. And I don't believe that's going to happen. That will be a wow moment. Moderate. I still believe in a year's time, Bitcoin will top up anything between 100 to about 150 and a wick to 200K. Very realistic. This is where I'm playing my game, right? This is the real range. Now, in terms of the near term, so in the near term, I'm expecting Bitcoin to reach between $80,000 and $90,000 by the end of 2024. And this is very, very plausible. And this is what I'm looking at. Now, in terms of the alts, you just have to remember, guys, historically, the dominance is key for the alt season to begin. So everything I'm doing right now is just a controlled detonation. I don't care. Like, I'm not going to vote. I don't get that privilege. But whoever wins, at the end of the day, the cycle top will not be for another 6 to 12 months from now. All right. So that's the thesis of it. And I think in terms of my overall shock moment, if Harris wins, I mean, listen, even if you look at 2020 was a very, very challenging election year. That was ridiculous. And that shock moment, whenever it comes, it comes. But we need to have a strategy of basically making sure we are in the right place. Now, Trump tokens. Okay, in the last hour, up 0.5%. And this is the MAGA token. Now, MAGA leads all tokens. When it comes to the Trump token. So one Trump right now is $3.50. Now, I know a lot of you got into this at a higher price. Here's what I'm looking to do, guys. The price has not shown capitulation yet. Okay, the price has not shown any capitulation, but the pendulum is going to swing. So here's what I want to do with the Trump token. And I hold a significant bag of this token and I'm looking to sell some no matter what happens. So if the news comes out that he's leading the race, and listen to this very carefully, if you hold any Politifi meme coins, this could be your last chance to either break even, make profit, or completely get stomped out. And you need to be prepared for all of them. Now, if he's leading, right, and he's winning, the chances are it's going to pump. If you look, for example, Department of Government Efficiency, it's up. It's actually up 13% today. When every other meme coin, as Trump, is down. You've got Trump. This is down. You've literally got the mega one here, which is also down. All right. You're going to come out of this cycle so much stronger if you realize how important it is to trade these. Because if you're, let's say you put $5,000 into this, and there's a sentiment that Trump is leading and it pumps and you get into profit, I'll take some profit out for sure. All right. If you don't do that, the chances are if he loses, then of course you're going to have to hold the bag. So you got to be ready and prepared. Now, on the optimistic side, if Trump wins, you've already taken profit on the way up. You know, when the pendulum swings, you sell a bit. You know, he's leading at Iowa, or I don't know, whichever state he's leading at, and you get much more of a positive vibe. Don't wait until Trump is confirmed the winner. Sell on the green candles. It's very, very important. I think that is going to be the most important thing. But I plan to sell these Trump tokens on that strategy, right? Very important. Take profit. And then, of course, leave some behind if he wins. That will rock it, no doubt. But I plan to be out of most of these Politifi meme coins, depending on how the election is going. All right, guys? Anyway, we looked at our layer ones, all undervalued. No one's talking about crypto today in terms of projects, but I can guarantee a lot of these projects are undervalued. All right? And, of course, I'll be bringing you more updates. Stay safe out there, smash a like, and don't worry too much. Bitcoin's going to do what it's always done. Go to a new all-time high very soon. Take care, guys.